Hey everybody, Stephen Ho here with the Mister Sauga real estate team, and we're giving you a little quick mini market update. We're in the middle of August right now. Can't believe we're almost in September. And looking at the market, what we're seeing is that typically the spring market is from March till the end of the school year in June. And what we're seeing now is the spring market has activity has pushed back into the summer months, which is typically the slower months. As we only get a few months of summer, most people usually take it off to enjoy the weather, the cottage, things like that. But now the activity has come up because of the delayed spring pent-up demand. Ultimately, the pandemic has created a different market trend this year. The activity has gradually come back since the lockdown was announced mid-March, as you can see here. And since then, the activity has come back gradually, steadily, and consistently. You can also see, based on the yellow line, is the percentage of sold to listings has hovered around 50 to 60% since then. So the number of buyers and sellers have been proportionate coming back into the market. All this pent-up demand, where this void is in our typical spring month, has now been pushed back into our summer. So our July month's numbers are actually almost 50% higher than the same time last July. A couple other reasons as to what's really driving the market right now is that the mortgage rates are still below 2%. So a lot of the mortgage rates have dropped when COVID happened, and a lot of lenders haven't readjusted them since then. So people are getting in with practically next to nothing borrowing costs. And not to mention people working from home, weddings are canceled, vacations are canceled. So people have a little bit more capital in their pockets and are willing to make that move. Not to mention people's housing demands may have changed because of COVID, but what we're seeing is there's a lot of adjusting in the market right now, where a lot of buyers and sellers are in the market looking for a new change. So what can we expect in the coming months? CMHC made a few announcements back in June and May. They're saying that the market could take 2 years to recover. They're also thinking that the winter months might be tough for the market when the government subsidies end. So who knows what's really going to happen. Now, CMHC also changed some of their lending guidelines to make it harder for people to qualify. Ultimately, they are an insurance program for the banks and the mortgages that they lend that are high ratio. So they are kind of spreading some doom and gloom to prevent them from having to have a lot of payouts coming up. But ultimately, if you look at the numbers, we don't really know how the economy is going to recover as a whole. But in terms of the real estate market, there's still a lot of demand and a lot of activity happening before the winter months come. Overall, based on these numbers, we're still in a seller's market. All segments are moving well. The condos are the slowest of all of them, but we're still in a seller's market. There's a lot of inventory that is projected to be coming to the market, but hasn't yet, because people are either preparing for it, or they're still worried about the virus, or they're just taking their time looking for a house before they sell their house. There's a lot of different things happening. We think that there's going to be more activity as we're seeing this trend continue. And this might be a great time, if you're thinking of making a move, to do it before the winter comes, because we really don't know how the winter is going to be. It could be a long and hard one, but it could also be, business as usual, depending on how the economy recovers and how people go back to the office, things like that. So if you have any questions about the market, we're here to help. There's lots happening. And if you just want to have a conversation to see where the opportunities are and what you can do to take advantage of some of those opportunities, hit us up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until then, we'll see you in the next one.